who has been through the therapy and how to deal with the psychiatrist and prove to everybody that I am who I am. I know that it's difficult, but ultimately, like, it's so difficult to decide whether you want to allow your child to take this leap when their hormones are raging already and they're going through so much and there's so many things that they don't understand, or risk the possibility of them thinking that you don't love and accept them and then killing themselves.
Sure.
Because I when I was little, like my parents, they thought it was a phase. And my grandma, she thought it was a phase. And my friends were just like, whatever. And my therapist was like, you're a tomboy. And then it progressed. And then it was like, okay. So when I came out, they were just kind of like, yeah, nah, man, we know. And I was like, oh, well, thanks for filling me in because I've been, just real off about it for years. But there are so many people, so many situations like that it's really difficult. And with that, like, I always suggest taking that extra minute to check in on your friends who may be people of color, who may be within the LGBT community, who, have depression, things like that, and really making sure that they know you care.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely think that when you get to that point where you are a little bit more conscientious about what's going on and things of that nature, which I do apologize to everybody on Facebook. We do have a live goat in the station, and they knocked out the Ethernet cord, so I had to plug that back in. But that's Sammy for you. We love Sammy. How much do you guys think something like mental health plays a part? Like, is that a legit thing, or do you guys think people are just really, cherry picking or trying to go for the bottom of the barrel? Like, is that a real thing?
I mean, I went through, a part of my life where I really wanted to be a guy. Like, I felt like my whole life. Yeah, like, totally. I was totally about having a dick. Like,
no shit.
Totally about it. Like,
totally about having dicks. Fair enough.
Sometimes I still am like, just for a day. Just want to know.
She just want a helicopter.
Like, for real, though. So, anyways, so whenever I was, 7, I realized that I definitely like chicks. I was like, ooh, ladies are pretty. I like them a lot. So
yeah, ladies are pretty nice.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, if you haven't stuck your tongue inside of a woman's vagina, you guys are kind of missing out.
For real. Don't knock it till you try it. But anyways, so from 13 to 11,
right?
And it also depends on your environment too. So like my dad was really not an emotional type of person. So he pretty much raised us like we were boys, me and my 2 other sisters. So we would like fight each other every day, like just doing dumb shit. And we dressed like boys and everything and go play basketball. And like that was like our life. And I didn't really feel comfortable being a woman until I was about 21. And that's when I was like, it's actually not that bad. I get a lot of free stuff. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, I just stick my butt out and I look a little cute. And then guys are like, we want to give you things. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I definitely miss the free stuff.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think that in certain instances, like parents placate to their children and almost kind of guide them in such a way? And here is like a prone example. A place that I used to work at until I get permission to publicly crucify this bitch. We'll just say the place of former employment. The daughter of this had a son, sweetest kid on the planet, a very sweet kid. But she's like, yeah, like I let him put nail polish and makeup on and things of that nature. And I'm like, why on earth? Why would you think that that's, like positive reinforcement reinforces positive behavior? But that's a dual-way road. It's like, but this is a boy.
Well, okay.
And he's under the age of a certain age.
But I don't understand why that matters. Like, why can't people, like, I honestly wouldn't feel some type of way if I saw a dude walking down the street and like a full like.
Well, that's a little bit of a different circumstance that they're grown adults. If I've got a little 6-year-old who's a boy.
I painted my son's nails. He just wanted them to look pretty. I was like, all right,
but
cool bet.
that's what the whole thing is. Because we know, I mean, we know him. We love him.
Yeah.
You know, we've spent plenty of time with this kid.
Sure.
And I feel that in that situation, he showed the interest towards it first. He was given like little things, but only when he asked for it. Now, I feel if she was going out of her way to make him wear dresses and little kitten heels and like things like that, then that would be more guiding in that situation. But I also feel like that's, you know, like he's trying to express himself and, you know, that's good for brain growth and stimulation. I just feel like it's really something that there's not a good balance on it. You want to be supportive and be like, heck yeah, you know, express yourself, live your life, you're a kid.
But it's telling a kid no who's under the age of, say, 12, saying, no, don't, stop. Is that really traumatic to them? Or do you think it's something where it's like, hey, when you get a little bit older, you can do what you want. But let's say little Billy only has mom around. There is no dad. Daddy's flown the coop. And all he sees is mommy busting her ass. Mommy likes to look good. I want to look good. Oh, well, mommy puts on makeup to look good. I can put on makeup. And then I'll look good like mommy. Oh, ha! You look so cute. You look great.
It just depends on if that child expresses interest in that. Like my brother.
Do they really have another option if they're being raised by a single mother and they're an only child?
Yeah.
Do they really have?
Yeah, I have a perfect example. It's in my own family. So my parents got split up when I was 8. Mm-hmm. So CJ was about 4 years old. So whenever they sat us down at the table, they were like, okay, who do you guys want to go with? So me, my 2 sisters said we're going to go with our dad because they said Disney World and that's all we heard. So we were like, yeah, we're going to Florida. So my mom was like, you're not taking my son. I'm keeping my son. So my mom had, my brother until he was about 16, because then he ended up kind of moving with me. Okay. But she had my brother that entire time. My brother did not show any interest in wearing dresses. He had no interest in going shopping. He had no interest in painting his nails. He did cry a lot, though, and he was very emotional, so we did make fun of him a lot for being gay, which I was 13, so I was evil, and I wasn't right, but I was 13. So as kids, like, just because your mom's raising you, that doesn't mean you are going to get pushed in either direction. If you choose to express yourself how you express yourself.
Pushed is not the same as influenced.
I mean, my mom, listen, have you seen my mother?
No, I've never met the lady.
Okay, so my mom's only like 47 now. So back then, she was like early 20s. So my mom was not looking a hot mess at all. Like, my mom got a fat booty.
So
like,
are you
gorgeous.
telling me that it's not possible that it could happen?
Oh, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your self-esteem.
Look, Chris Jr., okay, so my brother liked wearing dresses when he was little because he thought that they were pretty. And he is definitely, I mean, he is cisgendered, you know, he is straight, he is too much to deal with 99% of the time.
Chris is definitely straight.
Yeah, Chris is definitely, you know what, calm down, Monica.
I'm just saying.
But he liked wearing dresses and hair clips and stuff like that. He thought it was cute. And then he would, you know, go outside and roll around in the dirt or want to play baseball, but in a dress because he just thought they were pretty. And my mom was never like, do this, but she was never like, don't do that. She was just like, fucking great. Now I have to clean this dress. You know, like she just didn't care. Dude, the goat is eating something. A piece of paper.
Have at it.
Okay.
Have at it. It's keeping the goat at bay, which I understand what everybody's point is. Like, why is it such an issue? Like, why can't girls be girls, boys be boys when they get old enough to make an intelligent decision? Because if they're intelligent enough for parents to run with, you know, how they think, then what's to stop them from saying, I'm mature enough to handle a drink?
Okay. because you know I have experience with this. I have
Right.
3 kids. Okay, so honestly, between the ages of 0 to 15, because you can't stop anything at 15, they do not have a gender. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean they don't have a gender?
I don't. It just whatever they want to express themselves as, it's cool. I don't care. But like at the end of the day, if your pee-pee's not going in another pee-pee, it doesn't matter what kind of pee-pees you guys have. That's how I feel.
Okay. I don't understand the pee-pee talk, but okay.
I'm just saying, if you're a little thingy, is it gonna go in somebody else's?
No,
little...
we heard that part.
I said I don't think like it should really matter. If a kid wants to go run around in a dress, who cares if he's a boy running around in a dress? Like, who cares?
But can you not see where that would be problematic?
It's only problematic because the parents make it problematic. I don't understand why people just don't let people just be people.
Okay, so you're telling me that by this happening, like, that's how it should be. If the kid thinks a certain way, that's how it should be. If the kid thinks that they're whatever.
I'm basing this just solely off of clothes. I don't understand why there's a big issue about clothes, or if they want to, like, honestly, you want those kids out of your freaking hair. So if they want to go run around outside in a dress, I'm not going to stop you. I'll let Elena wear tutus and onesies out and about. Why am I going to stop her? That's what she wanted to do.
This has got very little to do with somebody's clothes. And it has more to do with guiding a young child with a fragile mind, because let's call it for what it is.
Okay.
The child is going to respond more positively to somebody kikiing and awe when little Billy puts on a dress, which makes him want to do it again because he likes that feeling. Because mommy works 4 jobs. So mommy doesn't get to play with us as much as, mommy used to before daddy left. Oh, well, I wear this. Mommy's giving me the attention when she first walks in the door. That's awesome. I want that. I love my mom. That's what I'm talking about. People are so upset and they get so fucking nuts. Like, personally, like, I had a shit fit when Sarasota County implemented the new transgender rules. Like, I get it, but my daughter's 11. I know how I was when I was in middle school. Like, fucking kids are dicks. They are fucking assholes.
I also have an 11-year-old daughter, so.
And boys don't take too kindly to the word no, not like they used to. And, and kids will do shit on a freaking dare. You mean to tell me, like,
okay, yeah, I do, yeah, that's true. But that's where you being a parent comes into
many
play.
Times.
You come into play because honestly, at the end of the day, what I tell my 11-year-old, because my 11-year-old is like beyond their years, I tell them that they can express themselves to a degree before it comes into a health issue. So I don't care if my kid wants to go by a different name in school. If that makes them feel comfortable, I'd rather they feel comfortable being their true selves than me telling them don't do that because nobody's going to like you if you do stuff like that and you have to hide yourself, because at the end of the day we all know what that ends up bringing, because we all were raised in that generation to where we were not allowed to express ourselves how we should have truly expressed ourselves. I'm trying to pretty much teach my kid how to be a functional adult, and they're going to be different. And that's what I keep telling my kid. I was like, you're not going to be like everybody else. You are going to be different. So you can't hold yourself to the standards of everybody else. If this is what you like and you prefer to wear, plaid shirts with khakis instead of skinny jeans and a tube top, I'm not going to get upset with you about it. Like, do you. I want you to be happy.
Skinny jeans are the worst invention on the planet.
Wait a minute, I'm wearing skinny jeans right now.
Well, you a chick. Like when the dudes wear skinny jeans so damn tight they're leggings, that could be called into question.
It depends who's wearing it.
We as people have experienced just so much.
We do.
In such a short time. It's literally been like since 2 years ago when the president was elected. It's like that's when shit hit the fan.
Pretty much. It's like Armageddon. Everybody's just
What
going
excuse
stupid.
will people have if he's not reelected in 2020? Then what's the excuse? Everybody's got to wait the next 8 years saying, still blaming him. And that's always how it goes.
I don't blame him for.
Now, for those of you
it's hard to
watching,
explain.
Elf is the exception to everything.
That's because I'm multi-racist. Like I have
Same
so
with
many
Kai.
different races.
These two are the exception to every rule. So we're gonna hope that they put themselves in the average, ordinary, everyday idiot situation.
So I feel like Trump opened up a Pandora's box.
With what?
He just flipped it open because, like, I don't
But
know.
how?
Because how he was talking. So people are like, oh, if he could talk to all these people like this, like I basically can say,
Example.
what do you mean example? Like, you know damn well he said Mexicans are rapists and criminals and we need to get them out of our country. I definitely watched
Did he say Mexicans? Because this is where it matters. You can't generalize now because of the fact that that's how the telephone game starts.
Well, I don't know. I would have to go rewatch the video. That was like, I don't know, last year.
Well, let me know about that.
Oh, screw you. Okay,
No,
anyway.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
But those type of things are very important, especially now more so than ever, because everybody wants to hold this guy accountable for shit he had nothing to do with.
No, he just, I
Like
feel
the
like he gave people,
bombings
like,
and like the synagogue shooting. Like, they're blaming this guy. They're blaming Donald Trump because they're fucking bored. You can't blame him any more than you can blame Barack Obama for the shootings that happened in Dallas.
Okay, hear me out on this, because I think that this is where that's coming from. How many people within the LGBT community do you think went to the tattoo shop before I started working there?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay, so how many LGBT people, especially transgender people, have you met at that shop since? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So Monica would have ended up working with one of them anyways. That would have just happened, which would have led to meeting one of the other. But because I was there,
Right.
it made it seem like, oh, so they felt more comfortable, so they started coming around more because, oh, one of us. But, I mean, that's what they're doing. They're using this as a call to arms because you're saying, well, you know, like, did he actually say it like that? Did he or didn't he?
Well, that
but
matters,
ultimately,
though.
if the violent racist people
Sure.
are listening to it and hearing that as a call to arms,
Okay.
they will act on that behalf.
Okay, absolutely. I can completely agree. That
So-
is a 100% accurate statement. My question is, why won't people hold somebody like Don Lemon accountable when he goes on national television and says, we need to stop this hatred because everybody knows the only real terrorists that we deal with are white folks, but nobody wants to say anything about that. This is a CNN anchor. Like, it's been all over. The man said it on national TV. And you know what he gets? He gets pats on the back. He's not wrong. Tell me how that's different. Because it would certainly seem by those two examples that it's the same thing.
Well, I feel that there are a lot of situations and a lot of things that have happened that should have been decreed as terrorism,
Sure.
but they were held out by white men, and therefore it was, oh, you know, he was sad and lonely, and
Like what?
he had mental issues.
Like, which shooting are you referring to?
Multiple
Okay.
shootings. But I'm just saying, like, within those situations, they're like, no, like, this was an isolated 900th event. You know, like,
Right.
it happened this one time, this second, on this date. But yesterday's shooting was entirely different.
Okay.
You know, and so forth and so on. But instead of them calling them terrorist act and, you know, really defaming the people that are doing these horrific things,
Sure.
they're trying to sympathize, you know, like they're trying to humanize them to people. And I think that it's very frustrating for people, especially people of color, obviously, when they see this happen and they're like, are you kidding me? Like, no, that's a terrorist attack. Like, if this happened in another country, we would be like, oh my God, that was a terrorist attack. But over here, we're like, listen, Brad just had a really bad day and he's been off his meds for a while and his mom wouldn't let him play his PlayStation. So he shot up the school because Cindy wouldn't touch his, Pichola at the party. And, like, you're just like, what the fuck? Why? I don't care about all those details. I care about the fact that this guy murdered a bunch of people.
Okay. Well, and all right, so I'm being led to believe that people aren't quick to deem a shooting as a terrorist attack if it's done by a white person. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that they're not calling attacks that would be called, that we would call terrorist attacks in other countries as terrorist attacks here. And they're being led by, it's happening with these white men. And so people are starting to get irritated about that. I feel that.
Because there's a lot of mass shootings.
Yeah, and I feel that those are terrorist attack. And I don't demonize, like, I'm not, like, demonizing the white man by saying this. I'm not like every school shooting, every mass shooting ever is done by a white man. And so white men need to be banned, and they are violent, crazy offenders. What I'm saying is that it should be called what it is so that people start taking this seriously, because if we keep making excuses as a country for these people that are doing these awful things instead of calling it what it is, which is an act of terrorism, then we're going to let every other person think that it's acceptable, because at the end of the day, you did a horrible thing, but the news and your family and that guy you talked to on Facebook from a different country that one time is going to talk about how you were just misunderstood. And there's not really any negative connotation to them. They're just like, it's fine.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
The point of it will be displayed at the end. All right. So I'm gonna name, some horrific things, and you're gonna tell me if you think that is a terrorist attack or not.
Okay.
Or something that you would deem as a terrorist attack.
Okay.
All right. 9/11.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
If it actually went down how they're saying it went down,
Yeah,
Monica,
then yes, that would be considered a terrorist attack. But I do believe in conspiracy.
Yeah, I know you believe in conspiracy theories. She's over here like, listen, no, jet fuel can't melt those steel beams.
Okay, all right. All right, so you guys can agree that 9/11 is a terrorist attack based on...
If it went down the way that they said it went down.
All right. Columbine.
Yes.
Yes.
Terrorist attack. Okay. Based on what?
It was a mass shooting.
Against people that they did not like.
Okay. All right. So Columbine. Las Vegas.
You know what? I didn't even get a real whole detailed story of that whole situation. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if that conspiracy thing was like true, because like it didn't make sense how many people died.
Like, he was dead 2 weeks before the shooting. We don't understand how this happened. There was 12 other people in the windows.
Okay.
But
the government. That's how I roll that one.
Okay. But terrorist attack, yes or no?
From the government.
I feel that mass shootings should be classified as a terrorist attack.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So now we're changing that terrorist attacks should be classified as a mass shooting.
Yeah, I feel that mass shooting should be classified in the terrorist attack grouping. Is the goat over there? He's over there again.
Yes. Yes, he is.
You want to see him.
Okay. Well,
David said all of it's an inside job, so...
of course it is. Freaking everybody's a goddamn conspiracy theorist like Alex Jones. Mass shooting is any shooting that kills over 3 people.
Yes.
That is the technical definition of a mass shooting. A terrorist attack is a surprise attack involving the use of violence against civilians in the hopes of obtaining political or religious aims. Now, based upon that, someone please explain to me how Columbine is a terrorist attack. It's not obtaining political nor religious. Now, it was a surprise attack. But let's be honest, everything was like you could pretty much aim every attack as a surprise. Everything from the Oklahoma City bombing all the way to Pulse. All surprise attacks because nobody is like, at this time, well, I'm glad I'm not in Texas right now. They're getting ready to shoot up that church. I think that we have to label it for what it is and be able to, differentiate. Now,
Okay.
surprisingly, the Native American who got popped for the bombs to gain political or religious aims that technically, had those bombs gone off, that would be, I probably classified as a terrorist threat then, because that was for religious, or political aim. But why? Do they wake up and just say, we're going to fuck over as many people as possible? Or do they have some type of agenda?
I mean, obviously, some of them have I feel that most of them have an agenda. It
Sure.
just wouldn't necessarily. Do not headbutt me. Sorry.
No worries.
He was trying to eat the. It's fine. We're done. It's fine.
And anybody is more than welcome to call in at area code 941-358-5701. You guys are plugged into the great debate.
Okay, so I feel that sometimes it is to make people afraid. I feel that sometimes it is to incite more hate. And I feel that sometimes it is to show how strongly you believe in your convictions. Like, I can't think of his name right now.
Well, sure.
Well, no, I just completely spaced, and I was going to say this earlier, and then I forgot his name. The guy that the FBI had looked into several times, and, like, they kept talking about, like, oh, well, he had this Confederate flag hanging in his room, and he was part of these groups online for, protecting the Confederacy and in support of the KKK and so forth and so on. Dylan, what is...
Oh, Dylan Mays?
Is that? Oh.
No.
And then he went and shot those people in that church.
Sure.
And, like...
Sure. Yeah, that was a horrific shooting.
Okay, but that was meticulously planned.
Right.
He was looked into several times by the FBI, and nothing came of it. And then what really caused an outrage with that was that this guy just killed all these people. And
the kid who shot the school up, Parkland. That's the kid's name's Dylan.
No, the other guy's name is Dylan, too. I just can't think
okay.
what it is.
The
Dylan
one in
Roof.
Texas.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. Dylan Roof. Okay, so,
Dylan Klebold.
he was calm down. So Dylan's just...
Dylan's
There's a
just
lot
a
of
bad
Dylan-
call.
Dylan needs
This
an FBI
seems
tag on
like
it.
a pattern here. or not.
Look, Dylan. We just need to keep an FBI tag on Dylan. Johnny's having a real rough time right now with this go. He, would you consider that to then be an act of terrorism? I mean, like.
For religious purposes, absolutely.
But it wasn't even necessarily for religious purposes. But if someone, like
when somebody says terrorist attack, I think of the synagogue shooting, 9/11, the Holocaust, the fucking Taliban shooters.
Okay, let's say just people at war.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there is someone drives a bus through a crowd, okay, of people that are at a parade.
Bunch of assholes.
Okay. Do you feel that was like a thought out plan? Do you feel that
I don't know
they
that any
sat
of them
there
have
and they were
a
like,
real
look,
good thought out plan.
look, in 3 months and 7 days and
Right.
9 hours, there will be this parade, and on this street, I'm going to steal a city bus and ram it through a crowd of pedestrians watching this.
That's a great call. Tomas brought up the parachuting.
There you go, Thomas.
Yeah. Although that doesn't affect us directly, it's still a very good point. And what the hell was that damn name of it? God damn it. There was a movie about it in the whole 9 yards. But so with all that going on, I don't know if you guys were all in favor of it, but like the whole gun safety thing, like, do you think there needs to be like a gun reform?
I mean, I believe that there should be guns that people should not really be able to have. Because
Okay,
I
but
don't
why?
feel why. Okay, why would you need to have an AR-15?
Because it's my right as an American citizen. I can own one.
I understand that, but what is the necessity? Like, do you really need that for protection? Like, who are you trying to fight?
The zombies.
Like,
Actually, that the Second Amendment was put in place for the government. Because if you and I can't get an AR-15 and the government gets wild hair up their ass, they know what guns you don't have, which means now they've got the upper hand. And that's something that a lot of people will not look into. That's like, I invite the government to come and try to take my gun. Go ahead and try. I'm not giving it up. I'm burying that son of a bitch in the backyard.
I don't really like talking about guns anyways because I am not allowed to own one or touch one or learn how to even use one.
Which brings us to Amendment, what is it, Amendment 4? The one that, Amendment 4 is quite possibly one of the greatest things that have been brought to the table in the better part of my life. I think that is fucking amazing. You do the crime, you've done the time, you should be done. It should not be held against you. It shouldn't be held against you for employment purposes, renting apartments. Yeah, housing. Like, you should be able to get your rights back. Now, yes, you can apply to get some of your rights back, but you'll never be able to own a gun, which is absolutely ridiculous, because if it's not, a violent related charge or a murder, like a murder charge or
any
or
violent...
a pedophile, or some type of sex offender thing. Well, then no, I'm sorry that you're SOL because you've already shown that you can't be trusted.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. My biggest thing with all of it is I feel that at the like gun shows and stuff like that,
right?
I feel that they should have to still wait the 3 days. I feel that you should get it; it's guaranteed at that price.
Now that I agree with,
but I feel that they should still have to go through all of the steps that they would have to go through. I
agree with that 100%.
I am friends with a guy who has literally showed up with a flamethrower on the back of his motorcycle one day. He just stopped in. Some guy was doing a demonstration of it, like a demo, and he was like, I'm going to take that. Bought it and literally just attached it to his back and rode his motorcycle home with it attached to his back. And I was like, bro, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't.
He's got grenades and stuff like that. Like, he just has a small armory. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I like it. I'm like, okay, well, awesome.
Just as long as I don't see you on the news because you had...
But I don't think he has any malicious intent towards anybody. He's literally the softest teddy bear, sweetest human being in the entire world. Okay, but at the same time, just because I don't feel that he has any malicious intent doesn't mean that I necessarily believe that everybody else doesn't have malicious intent. Because if I bought a flamethrower, I'm gonna do something bad.
Well,
I didn't buy a flamethrower because I wanted to look at it.
Sure.
I bought a flamethrower because I want to set something on fire.
Well, and here is that the other side of that. There aren't enough black and white terms. Like, when you say the phrase assault rifle, like, that's one everybody loves to throw around.
Well, that's because that's their basic comprehension of it. They don't understand that's not like a real thing.
But how many people consider that because they always say the phrase... The AR-15 assault rifle. Assault rifle is a fictional fucking term, and anybody who buys into it's a fucking idiot.
I'm sorry. You're right. Like I said, I don't know that much because I can't do shit with them. But when I have a 3-year-old daughter who can break into your room and you have an AR-15 seated on the floor loaded, I kind of have a problem with that, and I don't see why that's necessary in a house full of kids with no gun safety measurements to it.
So who's to blame for that? The kids or the parents?
Okay, the
Oh,
parent,
well, I
but-
mean, I took my I took my kids out that house
Look,
anyway.
hear me out on this. If you own a pool in Florida and you have children, you have to have a gate around your pool so that they don't fall in and drown.
Right.
So why is it mandatory that these people that have guns have gun safes and everything like that? Like, look, if your child is a little bit older and they, you want to make sure that they know how to access it if they absolutely need to, and you discussed gun safety with them and you've shown them how to do it properly. And I really hope if you have guns in your home and children that you take that seriously, because it is extremely important. If you talk to them about it and you take away that like hidden allure, then they're not going to be like, hey, Timmy, look, I can get my dad's gun out and then accidentally shoot someone in the face, because they understand and they respect it. So I feel that people who have children who have guns, it should be a law to, like, they have to have them. If you don't have your guns in a gun safe and you have children in your house, then you should be dealt with. Like,
let me paint a scenario.
Okay.
You and Monica are, our husband and wife, obviously, because Kai would be the top, obviously. And boom, I get a wild hair up my ass because I'm fiending. So I break into the house. I bust through the door. What's your first move? Hold on, let me put in these 5 digits real quick. When I get this safe open, your ass is dead.
Okay, so in this scenario, you are what? Standing in your kitchen and a meth head kicks in your front door? Where are you? Are you in your room? Where's your gun safe? If you hear a door kick in, you don't have enough time. Where are you keeping your gun safe? I want to know why can't you access your gun safe? Because I'm sorry, but that extra 5 seconds.
Right.
Because look, the second the door gets kicked in, you're not shooting. That's not how that works. So
it would appear to me that we don't need to create new gun laws. We need to enforce the laws that are already on the books.
I agree.
I mean, they do have trigger locks.
Yeah.
There are
I mean,
gun
even
safes.
that would have been, I would have been happy with that, but that wasn't even on the, that's why I had to leave. I
Well,
left.
that's
Right,
because
especially
that
keeping like.
those are already a thing. Like, nobody has to invent them.
No, I know. No, I'm aware of that. I was just
right.
saying in that particular incident with
With
my
it on the
personal
floor,
life,
yeah.
Sure.
I wish that would have even been on that, but it wasn't. So I had to take my kids and go.
Well, now, and most of the accidental shootings that have occurred have one common denominator: piss poor parenting.
Yes.
Who have not educated their parents and things like that. My father, when he was alive, had a gun. It's the one thing on the planet that I knew I wasn't allowed to touch by any stretch of any imagination. Like, I don't know why, but they just instilled it in me, and I knew never to touch the gun. And by the time I was 11, I was like, I wasn't allowed in the old man's room. Like, that was off limits. Why? Because my dad was into smut shit, and he was into banging, young'ums, but not too young, like legal ones.
Oh yeah, just barely 18, like on
Like 19. Like I think my stepmom.
midnight. He's outside of their bedroom window. The second it clicks, he's
I
like,
think my stepmom, who committed suicide in front of me, was like 20. Yeah.
"How old were you?"
Oh, good lord, I was 13.
Rough.
Ooh.
Sammy, you bastard! Quit chawing on the white cord, you dick.
He loves you.
I know he loves me, but he has to quit gnawing on the shit.
Just keep in mind you wanted him here. You were like super excited. You were like, "Yes, bring me my nephew," because my nephew isn't a goat or anything like that, and goats don't, like
What a
chew on
prick.
everything. Wait, that was a microaggression. My apologies. Sorry, Sammy. Anyways, no, like, okay. My dad was rough, and I grew up in a interesting family, but my dad showed me his gun. This is my gun. This is what a gun looks like. This is what a gun does, and this is where I keep it. Okay,
Sure.
and then this is how you load it, and this is how you aim it, and this is how you clean it. Like, he went through those with me, and he was very intense about making sure that I fully like understood it, which was good because when I was younger, some guy broke into the house, and my dad was 3 hours away at a convention, and I had to shoot at the guy. He was trying to get in the house. And
Nice.
I was like 16, 17 years old, and this dude bashed in the window to the front. I don't know how he knew I was home alone, but it was creepy. Like we'd already had charges pressed against him. He had been stalking me and stuff. And had my father not gone through those steps with me, I could have been murdered, kidnapped, raped, whatever. But because my dad took that very seriously, it was able to keep me safe.
Sure.
Now, but also at the same time, and like that was like a really great like dad moment for him. But he also taught me how to like.
He clocked in.
He also taught me like how to like appropriately steal cars. Like he was like, here's the steps, and then it was also like when you hold a knife, hold it like this, not like this. You know, like he would, like so there were things that
Good
were like
dad traits.
There was like really like good things, and then like things where you were like, maybe not the 5-year-old kid. Like maybe we don't teach the 5-year-old how.
I mean,
to
I get it.
Pick the locks of everyone's house in the complex. I'm just saying, Dad. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, eesh. That's crazy. That is good stuff. All right, so we all kind of, hopefully we have gotten everybody just a little bit better with understanding the world and the idiots and things of that nature, and hopefully things will get better. But we'll lighten up the mood, and we'll have some fun with this. What the fuck is the goat doing? Sammy, you are horrible. There was a new show released. When was this? In November. I believe it was like the last week of December. Or October, I'm sorry. What are you doing? Put it down. They have rebooted Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and they're entitling it The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Bum, ba, da, bum.
That show's intense.
Yeah, I like how they try to really like make
Really
it's
intense.
nice. It's so nice.
But apparently it's not as nice as what people think it is, because the Satanic Temple is threatening legal action against Netflix for the use of their Baphomet statue. It's strikingly similar to the authentic 9-foot Baphomet statue that sits politely waiting our arrival in Arkansas.
That 25%.
That 25%, no. Thank you, Sonny Bono.
That's it.
According to the
You made it.
according to the Rolling Stones, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the temple's co-founder, A.E. Lucian Graves, tweeted this out after watching The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Sunday. The monument design is copywritten. That I do not like it being on the show, because it's awful appropriated now, isn't it? So now that we've got the side-by-sides, which you guys can go to rollingstones.com to check out the wonderful 9-foot Baphomet statue and compare it to what ultimately looks to be a 9-foot knockoff Baphomet statue in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
But it's like a really good knockoff.
Yeah. They did a really good job.
They did.
They did, but that show
That's the
is
problem, is
intense.
That show is
they
so
did
intense.
Too good of a job
Really?
on the replica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how they
I wonder
tweaked
if I
it.
get that.
See, I think he's just mad because how they tweaked it, and it actually looks probably better.
Oh no,
Then
no,
their
they're both beautiful. I would literally kill for those.
I'm just saying,
They
maybe.
could go next to my pillars.
But maybe
that
that's
hold
how
the
they're
goat
feeling, because
skulls.
we've been binge watching this show, so we already know
Hell yeah.
so much about it. So you know darn well, like they're not even like that show's legit. Is legit. If you're a part of the witch community, and your LHP is legit.
Oh, all right.
Is the way to be.
Well, absolutely. And you get a lot of knockoffs and a lot of wannabes and trying to be's and things like that. Shout out to the Cauldron. Anywho, like how accurate are we talking here? Are we talking pretty damn accurate?
I mean,
Not to where you could do it and accomplish what, but as far as the hand hand motions, some of the things that they're saying, like during the incantations.
Incantations, chaos magic, hand sigils.
Astral projection.
Yeah.
He actually uses a chaos magic hand sigil for that, which is pretty cool because like there's like a dance style called tutting, and chaos magic is very similar to a lot of things that they do, and I've seen a couple of people use some of the chaos magic pieces like as a dance move for this style, but it was
dance move.
It was beautiful. I mean, the harrowing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That is. It's not called harrowing in our tradition, but I'm Strega, and we have a rite like that, and it's pretty much the whole point of it is you have to die and be reborn so that you are able to fully understand what it is to be who we are. And within doing that, you're able to go between the realms.
Okay.
So that was pretty awesome. We were excited about that because Monica has to do that soon. She gonna die.
I'm
excited about it.
Dude, we gotta kill you for that?
I mean, no. I mean, it's tricky. It's
like a metaphorical death.
Yeah.
But some people die. But I mean, it's fine. Like,
just be careful, guys.
you're not supposed to die, but like sometimes you die. Yeah. Say lovey. But no, there was.
I hope my mom does not watch this because she will literally flip shit.
Yeah, I hope a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but no, we've been enjoying it so much because it's really cool seeing things that, I mean, we practice and we research done in this way where it's like little Easter eggs for us. I mean, like even in the book, that in the Dark Lord's book, they have the Salem witches in that book.
Wow.
Okay, so when it zooms in to her having to sign it, it has the Salem witches in that log, and that's so cool. Okay, it's little Easter egg things that is what it is. But when this is your life, it's like,
oh, this is perfect. They finally got it right.
Yeah,
they're not like American Horror Storying it right now.
Ooh.
Gosh, they're messing up so bad.
But I mean, obviously, it is still, an exaggeration. It's supposed to be there to be entertaining. And so something that we had talked about last week and you went live about was all these people now being like, oh, yeah, no, I worship the Dark Lord and swear on Satan's claw. Like, all of these things. Because to us, we're like, okay, well, have fun with that. That's how you get possessed by demons and die.
Yeah, guys, stop that. Stop that.
Yeah,
do your research if you're gonna do
that right
it.
there is just absolutely messed up. That I am watching this weird kid who looks like a sex offender.
Oh, that's rough.
Trying to trying to be cutesy on the messages. Like if anybody, like I don't want to mispronounce his name because he'll probably call me a racist.
Okay, wait.
But it's like Fajul, like the soup or some shit. I don't know. Sir, I highly encourage you to get off your baby bitch back ass and call into the show. Because now I understand that you were very comfortable being a keyboard warrior. We get it. We all get it. So let's all take a brief second and let's give him attention because it's clear that he wants attention. Is that all that you have to contribute? Probably. But thanks. Keep on watching. Haters are always welcomed. Apparently, you make up one of those 8, so suck it, bitch.
Thank you.
And tell your mom, if she don't cook my motherfucking lasagna right, I'm going to beat that ass. Hashtag domestic Ray Rice. Okay, thank you. Keep it riding.
You're so rough. So rough. Rough royalty.
Yes, sir. Man, fuck verbal judo. I'll verbally rape that bitch.
Ooh. With your mind?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because that's telepathically raping.
With or without protection?
Nah, I'm just going to spit in the hand and rough roll it.
Nice. Nice.
Raw dog.
I'm gonna mind fuck you.
I'm a mind
Raw-
fuck you.
raw-
No, you're not. Yes, I am. That's going down.
Raw dog.
Absolutely.
Stop saying raw dog. Raw dog. Like the way you say it, just I can't.
Have you guys seen the video of the African American chick who's like, give me that WWE SmackDown. Pile drive me. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Dude, that is like one of my favorite things. I cannot get over it. I can't. It kills me. I watched this video like at least 150 times. That's not even a joke. I cannot stop watching
That bitch
it.
is raw.
She's like, I want to have to call the police.
Literally. The pile drive me one. The pile drive that messed up my entire world. That had me fucked up. I was literally on the floor. I may have peed on myself a little. Who cares? I could not stop laughing. I was like choking. I had an asthma attack because of it. Pile drive me. I was like, bitch, right.
And it's really frustrating that you have to like scream that at somebody. You like it should already be a thing. Like
I
I
agree.
feel like as soon as we enter the Thunderdome, your main
Oh, it's
objective should be
Thunderdome.
trying to snap my back in half.
Damn, it's like that. Backbreakers,
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
backstabbers,
I already got it.
No.
lung blowers.
Is he eating your stuff?
Probably. Wow, we went left.
Mama, get you. Look at what you're doing.
I'm not doing.
Somebody get control of the damn goat, please. Anybody on the planet, that would be fucking amazeballs.
Monica's gonna get a horn to the cheekbone in a second.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh,
Look out of here.
Simma, look.
this is
look at him trying
rough.
to headbutt.
Anywho.
All right, go away.
Like, I think as the world turns, women want it just a little bit more frisky. Now, our little boy Fabio, you know, Joni loves Chachi or whatever the fuck that kid, you know, calls himself, Fabuzzo.
Fabuzzo.
He probably likes a little struggle snuggle action. You know, he's just like, knows the new Yes, I love pudding. Shout out to Bill Cosby.
Your favorite.
Oh, we get it. Oh. More bullets through the schoolyard than a school shooting. We get it. Anywho. So, we got a few moments left. I mean, no, we went a little over the time that I wanted to, but not nearly as much as I could have. You guys got anything positive going on? Anything good going on in life this week, or? Like, I'm getting with Tommy, and Tommy's gonna try to get me a fucking mail order bride.
All right. Well,
I'm sick of that shit. I am done with American women. Fuck that. I can get everything I want for just a couple of dollars.
stop friend zoning people. And then I guess.
It's
you would
not
have
about friend
problems.
zoning.
I don't know. No.
That's because of the thing with the other thing. He's eating my shoelaces now. It's okay.
Okay,
Eat
cool.
my shoelaces. I don't worry about you.
But I mean, I'm not really tripping about it because obviously, whatever. But don't complain. You can't complain. If you friend zone people, that's on you, bro. Can't complain whenever there's people literally around you that's like, oh yeah, I totally do that. You're like,
No,
nah,
fuck-
but you're my
fuck
friend
that.
though.
Fuck that. Stop that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I have people around me all the time. I have no interest in sleeping with them.
I know I don't either, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
I mean, you can't complain about it if you're.
no, you can. You can. Okay, like, if I say I want a steak, I want a fucking steak. I'm not asking to, like, lick a grill. Or get somebody's niblets left over. Okay, like, I don't want your trim of fat. You couldn't quite get
But that's
that.
all that's thrown out there now. It's just chub
Okay.
meat.
Okay, so... But that's...
We're trying to get Thunderdome in this motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
we keep, we're just,
Tommy, mail order bride. I want a Russian one. I want a blonde, fat ass. Like, that's a thing.
You better make sure she can twerk though. I mean, like all the bitches like go ham out there, but like,
Oh yeah,
I'm just
like
saying.
who the fuck is that chick? Lexi.
I don't know. She got a cute butt. I mean, it's not too big, but it's cute.
Yeah. Like, I don't really want an Asian girl per se because I've heard that they don't age well.
What are you talking about?
They're like 20 years old until they're 80, and then they're 150.
Nah, like it hits them.
Dude, look at
It hits
Monica.
them.
Yeah, it hits them at 80. Calm down. You'll be dead by then anyways.
We don't know that.
Guarantee it.
Ah, it's horse shit.
I guarantee it. Okay, like let's look at Monica real fast. Okay, let's look at our precious little elf. You know,
Shout out to Genesis.
one day she is literally just going to look like those itty bitty old ladies that you
My
see,
eyes
like,
are gonna be closed.
hunched over. Yeah,
Dude, just straight
That's
up.
not attractive.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be like
I don't want to tummy stick it.
I'm gonna be like 99 by that time that happens, if I even
yeah.
make it that
She's
long.
literally going to look 20, and then at 99, she's gonna look 300 years old. That's how that works. It's not. It's like old, and then that's it. You're dead. You're fucking. You're
Yeah,
done.
but Tommy said he's gonna get me a mail order bride. I
Okay,
think
I
that's
fully
the
support that.
best. I think that's the best course of action. Oh, hi Zach. Thanks
Oh.
for tuning in, Zachary.
He
Love
said,
you,
my people. Well, I guess Zach gets to miss the goat yet again.
Okay, well.
Zach. You're not missing much. The freaking goat's eating up everything. He's being a
Okay,
dick.
well, the goat's eating up everything because he's acting out because people keep saying they want to meet him, and then, you know, they
Oh, here we go.
just don't come around.
Um,
I'm just fucking with you, man.
I think
No, but
either
to be
that
honest,
or
he's
I
still-
could run to the old folks home. Like that's my dream girl is like an 80+ millionaire with a bad ticker and no cats.
Bro, you know what? You're fucked up enough in the head to where she'd probably find you delightful. She'd be like, you remind me of my first 12 husbands. They just liked those.
And how much are you worth, lady? 12 million. Bet your ass is gonna be like peeling a grilled cheese sandwich. We're going to town on that shit.
Oh, that is. I really want to die.
That's so rough.
You gotta stop.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Old Fagutsa over there, you know, that is probably getting a stiffy.
Fiblu.
Yeah.
That's rough. Alrighty then.
See this?
Fuck yeah. I don't know. I was like that. Tommy was telling me that a mail order bride's like 20 G's.
How much are women?
20 G's.
Oh. Oh, well, that's fair. Look, equality.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
But you know what?
I'm being rough right now.
I would pay less for a man, though.
Right. I don't know that. I don't really know that.
I mean,
They don't last as long.
Maybe.
They don't. Men.
okay, I've got a
statistically
question.
die.
When you order your mail order bride or husband, apparently, I didn't know that was a thing, but cool. Do you get like family tree photos? Because like,
I don't really want to see members of her family tree that are probably still hanging there.
okay, but hear me out on this. I feel like you should. I feel like you definitely should see what her mother and grandmothers looked like, because that's a good view on what might be happening to Svetlana in, you know,
Svetlana.
in like a couple of years.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, you gotta scope that out, man. You gotta peep the fam.
Okay,
You gotta-
like you're trying to get like a Katya, and instead you end up with a Mildred. You know what I mean? Like, you got to work on that.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they're not Saudi Arabian.
Are you
Like,
fuck-
I'm worried about that.
I'm gonna throw some shit at you.
Why?
Because you remember that conversation we had earlier?
Look, if I'm spending 20 G's, I want what I want. Because I can't have a fucking Irish lady from Scotland because they don't do the mail order brides thing. Fucking self-confidence.
Okay, but hear me out on this. They literally have like 1 million date sites, like 1 million. Like I could find you 20 right now. I need a phone charger.
Or better yet, if I sit here and I kiss up to Fabio, maybe I can take his old lady out or his mom, and then I can throat fuck his mom into making me some good old fresh maguzza, you know, the pastaioli. And then afterwards, she can get a fucking taste, you know, of my cannoli.
I fucking love cannolis.
Yeah.
I really do. I really just
Baby bag.
instantly thought of. I want one
It's-
so bad.
When we get into the new place,
I
promise
love
Ash that
this
I'd make
professional
him.
troll's like middle name. It's like a really exotic first name.
Ben.
Yeah, a really exotic last name and just Ben. Well, sir, bet your ass. That's the closest you'll ever get to a Benjamin. I don't mind telling you.
Ooh, kill him.
Kill him. That's it.
But why are you really hating, dude? Like,
Why?
what's up your butt?
Because he's a troll, and that's what trolls do. Because he doesn't have enough balls to call in. Why? Because I'll put him in his feelings where he ain't got no safe place to go. And that's what people like that need. They need a fucking safe zone. Because everybody can be tough on Facebook. Catch me outside, ho. Catch me outside.
Yes. Yeah, that's what the world's coming to now. It's just like, all right, I'm tired of you. You know what? Let's go outside.
That's it.
You know, I really wish they let us still fight. Like, what? Why did they stop that? Like, that's such a big part
That's
of
because
people. Like, we need to be able to battle.
well, that's
shit
because
out
people
sometimes.
are baby back bitches, and every time somebody gets their ass whooped, they gotta go reach for the gun or grab a knife.
Speaking of which,
Or call the police.
Wait, bro.
Police.
Okay, so someone who I'm not gonna call out because that might cause issues within Mon's existence, but
Okay.
somebody that we are very close to was at a Halloween party, and some guy came in and they kept asking him to leave, and he, when they tried walking him out of the house, pulled out a gun, and the person that you and I are very close to knocked this kid out, put him in a chokehold, and kept him locked in the middle of the street until the police arrived and arrested him.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I watched the videos. I was like, get it. I love you,
that's
sweet
crazy.
little angel. But he was just like, and then he was just like, look, like, there's no need for guns. There's no need for anything like that. I'm sick and tired of all these people out here thinking that that's the only solution. Like, that doesn't make you a man. That makes you a coward. And I was
Yeah,
like,
absolutely it does. Of
I
course
was like,
it does.
get it.
All right, we got a few moments left, but beforehand, would anybody like to do some shout outs?
I'm down.
But damn.
I'm totally down.
Oh, okay. Well, then have at it. Do some shout outs.
Okay, I would like to shout out everybody who has been helping us with our move and helping us with our work stuff and everything like that lately. You guys
Real
are
talk.
absolutely amazing. Seriously, we would not have made it without you guys. I want to shout out to Johnny, obviously. It's my brother. Family absolutely love him to death. And Monica, my soulmate, but it's okay. My wife knows. She's cool with it.
Oh, I already told Ashton that I'm their second husband. I was like, I'm your second husband now. I just want you to know this because I've been through a lot of BS with you this whole couple days, and I really walked you through this without you having a meltdown. I just want you to know I'm your second husband now. So
I accept that.
yeah, there you go. Haha.
It's a good throuple. Obviously, a shout out to my beautiful wife who is working right now while probably fighting off a panic attack because she's realized that we are still going and she gets off work in 7 minutes.
Should be all right.
And I'm supposed to pick her up.
Her phone's dying too, by the way.
Oh, awesome. And then just a shout out to everybody that watched tonight. You guys are always awesome. We love being on the show.
I need it just to add to that because pretty much I would have said the same exact thing, and I don't want to like bore you guys. But also, shout out to Sarah. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I love you,
definitely.
boo. Thank you for the new car. I love you. Oh, Kurt.
Awesome. I would like to give a public shout out to my new friend, Mozzarella Fuzzolini, the man who said that he can immediately tell because I look like a Chinese version of Conor McGregor because I'm a fucking redhead, apparently, that I'm a racist. His words, he's a racist 100%. Well, Magutsa, Fabio, Frodo's a good one. I'll see you in the Holocaust, bitch.
And you wonder why people call you racist.
That's the thing right there.
We've been trying to tell you this for years now, bro.
Let me sit here and tell you that I'm sure your mother has heard the phrase, does this rag smell like chloroform?
Oh.
A handful of times. Shout out to your dad for having a weak pull-out game. You're the one your mother should have swallowed. Perhaps you should have got that right the first time. Ooh. Tell your mom I said, what's up, man? She's not good enough to have my abortion. Keeping it moving.
Oh, what you gonna do?
Shout out to my brother Zachariah. Shout out to Aaron.
Hi, Casper.
Shout out to Dave, Tomas, Genesis, Wendy, and everybody else who I missed. Shout out to all the busted bitches on Tinder like Fugutsu.
Fabrizio.
Shout out to my man freaking Fabuloso.
Getting queed.
Barbarella.
He's
Yeah.
getting queed 10.
You're somebody's reason for masturbating. You're just simply not mine. Next Tuesday, we will be back with the whole crew in mind. We hope everybody's had a great day. And if anybody would like to give this man Fratzerillo, whatever he wants to call himself, you can clearly see that he is in the comments, but it's a fake profile, so he probably doesn't check it very often. But feel free to harass him and things like that. You can call that hate speech all you want to, because I'm not inciting violence.
Oh, he just now incited violence.
Did he?
Yeah, he wants to punch you right in your left eye.
I would like to meet you, just to punch you in your right eye. Hey!
No, right in your left eye.
Oh, okay, all right.
A very specific eye. Your left one.
Well,
Why the left one?
yeah, well, Farfig Nugan, that's not happening. Why? Because you're a troll. And everything about you reeks of low self-esteem, your father leaving you, and your grandfather touching you just a little too much. So I'm going to leave you now, like your dad did. And it's a shame your grandfather never did. But everybody has a great and wonderful fucking time. And we'll see everybody here next time, all right? Later.
Hashtag rough royalty.
Rough royalty, bitches.
I'm just like, wait a minute.
Poor choice of words.
Really?
Mwah.
Get out of
Really?
here!
Kiss this hoe.
Not like you! We're grown-ups, motherfucker!
What?
One,
See, this is why I get
two,
so
three,
hyped
bye-bye.
up.
Thanks a lot.